Teensy Vintage. This is Teresa. Today I am working with a digital kit from Pink Monarch Prints. I got this kit a while ago, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So I printed out these beautiful owl tags on some lightweight cardstock, just using my good old inkjet printer. And it comes with 2 pages worth of owls, and these tags are all different sizes, and then 2 different background tags, I guess you could call them. So the beige and the brown tags are slightly bigger than the owl tags, and the thought is that you can layer each owl tag on top of a plain tag and get a cool layered look. So I thought to myself, well, that is lovely. Let's do that. And then let's add some more embellishments and maybe play around with size as well. So what I'm done so far is I've cut everything out. I mostly used my paper trimmer because the beautiful people at Pink Monarch, they line everything up on the page so you can quickly trim out all of these nice tag shapes fairly quickly. It's not too fussy, haha, fussy cutting. And it's great. And so I've gotten those cut out. I've gotten all my edges inked so they look just a little bit more cohesive. I don't know, to me an inked edge just looks more finished. So now I'm going through boxes of bits and bobs. I mean, this is all kinds of stuff in these little boxes. I have this little suitcase kind of storage tool that has multicolored boxes inside. I think I got this at Christmas like 2 years ago. Michael's had a huge sale and you can get the whole suitcase for like, I don't know, some crazy, I think it was like $13 or something. So anyway, I got one of those and I have split up all of my various ephemera bits into all these boxes based on color on one side, and then the other side I've got, themed items, little tags, little tickets, nature themed stuff, black and white stuff. So now I'm just going through my, little collections here to figure out which little pieces might work on this big owl tag. So I punched a hole in the top, and now what I'm going to do is take these little pieces and just play with them. And I'm going to ink the sides of these, and I'm also going to add some stamps here and there. This stamp kit is from Creative Expressions, and I believe, let me see here. Oh, sorry, no, it's from 49 and Market. It is a stamp and die kit. So let's see, called Birdsong, I believe. Yeah, Birdsong. 666704. It's from Sizzix. Anyway, we've got a little blue stamp there and these other pieces here. And so I'm going to, ink the edges of those as well. So they're all, consistent. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of layering here. And a thing to remember when you're making little clusters is think in odd numbers. So 3, 5, 7, that kind of thing. Just because it will look more interesting to your eye. I'm sure there's some art theory there behind it, or design theory, and I don't remember what that is, but I did learn that if you're making a cluster, design-wise, it is nice to use an odd number. So now I've got out my Bag-O ribbon strip, random ribbon pieces. And I'm just going to tie a ribbon through the hole here that I put in the top. And at first I'm trying to do the loop method, but the hole was too small and the ribbon was too much fabric on the ribbon. So I'm just going to tie a knot instead. And that worked out just fine. All right, there's card number 1. So let's do another one here. So I've got, like I said, all kinds of little owls here, big owls, little owls, etc., etc. This card I'm going to play a little bit with scale. The previous one I kind of matched up the 2 cards. This one I'm going for a smaller owl tag on a bigger plain tag. And I'm going through the little box of my so-called nature type ephemera. So this is stuff from the Tim Holtz Field Notes collection. These are pictures of flowers, birds, butterflies, that kind of stuff. And let's see what else we've got here. Also going through my teal box, seeing if there was anything in there. Just trying to pick up the subtle colors. I decided that it was actually more green than teal. There was a leaf or a pine tree, something behind this owl. I kind of just wanted to pick up on those colors. So I thought a long strip of a green piece of paper over here would balance out the smaller tag and the green and just make it look kind of like it was all meant to be. And then I've got a few little smaller pieces. I apologize since some of the action is taking place off screen down here. But kind of, what I'm doing is auditioning different little bits and bobs and inking those. And this is looking good, and I'm pretty happy with that. At the top of the tag there, instead of using a bit of ephemera, I'm going to go ahead and just put a stamp up there. We'll get to that in a minute. But now I'm just going to glue my pieces together. And I know it can get a little overwhelming when you're trying to glue a lot of things down and you're like, oh man, how am I going to remember where everything goes? Well, my advice on that is to glue pieces to one another and then start gluing things down to your main substrate. In this case, your tag. So here I've got some text, and I'm just using the vintage photo ink over here and just kind of just putting some stuff down. It doesn't need to be super neat because it's really just background. And I'm just double checking that yes, this is where I want this owl tag to go, and using my art glitter glue, which if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know I always like to tell you art glitter glue has no glitter in it. I don't know why they call it art glitter glue. I guess they thought that was a cute name. But yeah, it's a great glue. I love it. It's just got a silly name. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna glue down these little bits here. And now I've got a really more three-dimensional tag, which is very pretty. I'm gonna punch a hole in the top of that and of course add a nice ribbon. And here I'm gonna audition a few different kinds. We're gonna go back to my bag of little strips. These are all just little tiny pieces of silk sari ribbon, SARI. You can get this from sellers on eBay or Etsy, and they're great for craft projects. You can also get them in longer lengths, of course. This whole bag is something I bought from a seller. So yeah. All right, so card number 3. One more beautiful owl. What's working? Not that first owl. We're gonna go with this second owl here. The owls in this particular kit were just so beautiful. Pink Monarch did a really good job with this kit. And you can find them on Etsy. I will, of course, put a link to their YouTube page in the description. You can go check out all their beautiful stuff. They make videos of all their kits, I think. Anyway, great place for inspiration. And I really appreciate the variety of things that they make. Like this kit. I love owls, and the fact that they had an entire kit dedicated to owls just tickled me. I had to have it. Okay, so we've got some more small ephemera, And let's see. So I'm looking at this owl and I'm thinking, does this owl really work on this bigger tag? And now I'm going to play around some more with my ephemera. I decided, you know what? I'm going to use a different owl on this background. And I took one of the really small owl tags. It came with 4 mini tags. And now I'm going to play around here. I've got a feather image. I've got a little piece of text. There's a number. I just liked being able to put more things on this base tag. So we're going to save the owl on the left for a different piece. And we're going to go with the tiny owls. They're not really that tiny, but compared to the other tags. So I've got a tiny background tag and a tiny owl tag, and I'm going to glue those together at kind of an offset. Just because it looks interesting. All right, so now that's a unit. Let's see what else we've got here. And I'm going to see about using an even smaller tag. This one is slightly thinner. I'm just auditioning. And sometimes that's really all this is, y'all. It's just playing around and seeing what works. It needs some stamps, so I'm going to go get a Tim Holtz stamp. Pick out one of these. I want to say that is the Tidbits collection from Stampers Anonymous. And glue on all my little bits and bobs here. And we're going to do a nice stamp with archival ink and jet black. And basically this is just to fill in some of the negative space left when I went ahead and glued down the different pieces of ephemera here. Yeah, this is coming together really nicely. And we're just going to double check. Now I'm going to let the little round feather ephemera kind of hang off the side there. Sometimes, you know, play with things not lining up. Play with size and scale. Excuse me. That little number 3, I tried to put it on a tag, y'all, and it's just not going to end up going on a tag. Now I'm grunging up that feather just a little bit with some more of the Vintage Photo Distress ink, just to kind of blend it in with the tag. It was a little too bright. Sometimes you need to darken stuff. And we've got another piece of sari silk. And then this tag, honest to goodness, it just didn't need that much. The owl was so stunning. I was like, you know what? This one is perfect as it is. Just gonna punch a hole in the top. Now, listen, I tried to play with it. I was like, maybe instead I'll put a tag up here. I don't know. I just decided to leave it alone. And there we go. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.